I'm gonna try to do a quick short video here. A lot of people have been asking about some polisher slangs, some certain terms that we use once in a while in some of our videos. One of the terms is back cutting, another one's cross cutting. I'm gonna try to go through that. I got an end cap here. I'm gonna try to go through those two terms to try to explain to the best of my abilities. Neither one of those I do a lot here. It's very rare. Back cutting I usually only do on stainless. I usually will not typically do that on aluminum. There are a lot of polishers out there that do it, and a lot of polishers that get great results doing it. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I personally don't do it very often. Once in a great while on some big pieces where I need to keep compound laid down, I will do it on some pieces, but I try to avoid it at all costs. I also don't cross cut. As you guys have seen in some of my hash mark videos, I try to make sure I work a certain pattern, and for me that pattern is very distinct and very unique in the way that I do it. But I will show you what both of those look like so that you can kind of understand a little bit. I will put my respirator on while I'm doing it, but the first one will be back cut. So back cutting is laying down compound so that when you go to buff back up, your pad stays wet the entire time you do it, so you don't have to keep recompounding multiple times, especially over stuff that you've sanded like this. I do know a lot of people that will back cut so that it lays down compound so that they can be ahead of the game. When they go to cut back up, they don't have to rouge up as many times. Their pad will stay wet as it goes through the passes from where you laid compound down. So I'll show that first. Second, I will show cross cut. So all cross cut is you would cut on an angle like this all the way up, and then you'd cut on an angle like this all the way up, so that you're cross cutting what you're doing. It's kind of like a basket weave pattern. If your overlap isn't really well, if you don't overlap properly, cross cutting will leave like a basket weave pattern in your tank, and you will see that forever. I swear. I see it all the time come through here. I see a lot of people that cut like this straight in and then straight up, so that they cross cut it that way too. If you're going to cross cut on angles. Don't cross cut straight across, or you will see a basket weave pattern 9 times out of 10. Once again, it's another one of those things that I see polishers do this, and they're getting great results and achieving great results. So I'm not saying that you can't do that and get great results, because some people do. I can't. So for me personally, I have a very unique pattern that I do so that I avoid this. But I will show you these two patterns so that when you're watching other people's videos and they're talking about it, it will make more sense. Because it's one of the biggest questions. Every time I say back cut or cross cut, I get a flood of comments in my YouTube videos here. I get a flood of comments from people saying, what is back cut? What is cross cut? So I'm going to show you these both. Like I said, number one, when I go in this top section is going to be back cut, and the bottom section is going to be cross cut. So stay tuned. I probably won't stop in between. I'll probably do one on the top, and then I'll come back down to do the other one on the bottom. And then when we stop, I'll explain them both one more time, and we'll get you out of here as quick as possible. So enjoy. Alright, so I'm not sure how well you can see it in the video here, but both sections have the same clarity. Nothing really changed. Like I said, this isn't the pattern I would use. As you know from my hash mark video that you guys have watched before likely, I'd like to make sure that my cut line's all finished straight up. So when I go to color, all my lines are straight up. But either pattern will work. I mean, both of these look just as clear. They're just as clear as what I would do with my pattern as well. So there's many ways to skin a cat on this one. You can do whatever pattern works best for you. I just always try to make sure that my hash line's finished straight up. Like I said in that hash mark video, so that the light reflects properly. So I hope this helps you guys understand. Back cutting, all you're doing is simply laying compound down. So when you go to cut back up, you don't use as much, and some people have issues with start and stop lines. So some people will back cut so that they don't have start and stop lines. You can rouge up once at the bottom and your pad will stay wet all the way to the top. And then the people that cross cut, all they're doing is pulling the pores in different directions and smoothing them out even better. So I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and I'm gonna put my pattern on this thing and finish coloring out this tank. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and comment. Share it to your Facebook, share it to your Instagram, whatever you can do for me, that'd be great. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by. And for those of you that stuck around to the end, a little nugget for you. I always cut end caps twice and color once. So for those of you that stuck around to the end of this, a little golden egg for you. I'll cut twice and color once. I always want to make sure that my overlap is really tight, make sure that I'm not chasing that black line and I'm following that shine line. If you haven't watched the black line and shine line video, definitely do that. It'll help you eliminate all those lines. As you can see here, maybe not in the video, I'm trying to see the screen here, but you can see I kept my overlap real tight. I have absolutely no lines in this thing. This thing will cut and color out perfect. So thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Deuces.